Today, guys, we're gonna have a little bit of fun and we're going to be maxing out every single common fruit in Blox Fruit. Because of my Blox Fruit notifier, I have so many of these and I haven't tried a bunch of these. So today we're gonna max out every single one and put them on a tier list to see which is the best. So of course we have to start with the rocket fruit. Oh god, this is so cursed. Look, I'm a Buddha user. Thankfully it is a perma so I can get it back. But oh god, ooh. Just like that, I'm a rocket fruit user. Thankfully, I've already worked on this a little bit. It was my first ever fruit, so it's a little nostalgic. Our Blox Fruit ability is now maxed out, so I feel a little bit more comfortable. Let's see how this goes. Missile Fist, boom. I mean, honestly, 2000 damage, it's not like that bad. I mean, the only reason this is like not good is because of the cooldown. It takes so long for these abilities to refresh. So for instance, the way I would do it is I would like kite everybody. So I'd go over here and then go over here. Let me make sure I've got hockey on. All right, look at this. This is how we're gonna train. This is how we're gonna train and get us to max level. All right, here we go. Yeet. I also have rocket crash now. Hey, yo, hey, that was kind of sick. Well, we have now just fully maxed out Rocket after like 2 seconds of work, and we have Missile Fist, Airstrike, Rocket Crash, and Blast Off, which Blast Off is just like a movement ability. It is very slow, like super slow. Look at this. All right, let's put this to the test. So I will gather everybody. So let's go ahead and gather a large little crowd of vampires here to test out the rocket fruit. All right, hello everybody. Thank you for coming to my show. All right, so you're gonna use Air Strike to start it off, and then Missile Strike, and then Rocket Crash. Oh my Jesus, that was violent. Honestly, it's not bad, but it's not very good. The only reason it's not very good is because of the cooldown. Otherwise, it's like not terrible. You've got a movement ability with Blast Off. You have a lot of damage, and then if you combine that with like a gun or just like a physical ability, it's not terrible. We're gonna go ahead and place Rocket in we'll put it in the C tier because it's not terrible. Let's go on to our next fruit though. That is gonna be the Spin Fruit. Nom nom. I've worked on the Spin Fruit a little bit again back in the old days of the first C. So you've got Razor Wind, Helicopter Flight, which again, really good to have a movement ability. So we do appreciate that. Here's Razor Wind. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but maybe if we upgrade it, it'll start doing some work. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and kite everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Woo, woo. All right, this is the meta here. So you go, yeah. All right, just like that, we've already mastered the Spin Fruit at level 92, and it starts off with Razor Wind, which does this. You know, you can do a lot of damage to enemies. It does knockback. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's okay. Tornado Assault, which nice little damage move, but doesn't really do that much damage. This is Air Slasher, which that one actually does quite a bit of damage. But overall, I would argue that the Rocket Fruit is a little bit better than the Spin Fruit because this one, it's just a little bit too slow, and also the moves for like the cooldown, it just doesn't do enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Spin Fruit in the D tier because it's not very good. All right, next up is the Chop Fruit. Let's go ahead and munch on this. I have never used this fruit before, and I don't even know what it does, so I'm pretty excited. So here we go. All right, we've got Tackle. What does Tackle do? Hiya. My body just detached. Help. All right, Tackle. Yeah. Okay, that does like 2000 damage, I guess. All right, here we go. Tackle. Yeah. Thank goodness I have mastery 2 times because oh no, this would take so long. All right, what does Dance do? Dance. Oh, okay. Tackle. Party. Okay. All right, we have gone ahead and finally got it maxed out. Didn't take too long, but first off, let's use our movement ability, which is Helicopter. It is basically just the Spin Fruit, but yeah, it's literally the Spin Fruit ability. So it's exactly the same. Always nice to have movement abilities though. So let's go ahead and gather up a couple vampires to showcase the power of the Chop Fruit. So it's actually not too bad. I am actually kind of impressed. All right, so you'll want to start off your combo with a party. So you do a lot. Oh, okay, I got stunned, but you want to do party into dance and then finish them off with a tackle. I got stunned out of my party. I guess these guys don't really want to party, but look at this. Bam, 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 bam. Overall, though, I would give the chop fruit kind of the same tier as the rocket fruit. Like, it does some good damage. Cooldowns, like, look at this. Like, the cooldowns are a little bit slow, but I mean, that's kind of normal. But they're okay. It's okay. C tier. It's now time for the spring fruit, another fruit I have never used before, so I'm kind of excited. Let's go ahead and take a look. Nom nom. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we've got an extra ability this time. All right, knock. What does this do? Yeet. Okay, well, it does exactly what it said it would do. Watch this. Knock. Bam. Spring. Snipe. Spring cannon. All right, we have just gotten the spring fruit to max power, and I gotta say, this one is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I've been having a little bit of fun using it. So we're gonna get a couple vampires. What you're gonna want to do is you get them all together. You use spring cannon. So already that does like 3,000 damage. Spring snipe, and then you finish them off with a knock. So I haven't even used the spring emperor ability, which I mean is pretty cool. Check this out. Bam! That is so cool. Look at this. Look at this combo. The only downside to this ability is the fact that there's not a movement ability. You have the spring leap, which you can like bounce off of like buildings and stuff, which you can bounce off walls, and that's fun, but it's kind of hard to move around the map. Like, look at this. If I'm like, yeah, that's it. Like, that's pretty much it. But if you're in a building and you're in like a small room like this, it's kind of fun. Watch this. So anyways, the spring fruit's gonna get our very first B tier because it's kind of fun to use, and it's not that bad. The DPS on it is pretty good. The cooldowns are short, and you have an additional ability, so not too bad. But it's time to use the bomb fruit, so let's go ahead and eat this one. Nom nom. Nom nom. Okay, and just like that, we have mastered the bomb fruit. What the heck are these orange polka dots on the floor? So this is our landmine ability. So look at the range on this. So basically, you put down a bunch of landmines, then you can target bombs. You can also grab people and explode them. And look at this. So the polka dots, boom, they're landmines and they do some damage. And also you can explosive jump, that does damage too. You go ahead and bomb grab, and also you have a self-destruct ability. Bam! That does like 6,000 damage. That is like insane. So this one, tons of DPS. The cooldowns are all very short. You even have an explosive jump. Not a big movement ability, but it does damage, which is kind of nice. You have like 5 damage abilities. I think the bomb fruit gets an A tier. For common fruits, this is pretty good. You do a ton of damage for the value that you're getting. So it gets our very first A. Nice, let's go. We're still looking for our S tier fruit, so let's see which one that ends up being. But it's time for the next one, which is the smoke fruit. So I'm excited. I've never used this one before. Let's go ahead and eat it. Nom nom. All right, and there we go. We've already maxed out the smoke fruit. It doesn't have a huge move set, which I thought was kind of surprising. But let's go ahead and gather a couple vampires to test out our new abilities. So basically, you have a smoke slam, which does a bunch of damage, not too bad. Smoke blast, which I thought it was really cool. Basically an AoE effect that you can put down, and it does damage over time. Then we have smoke liberation, bam, which is, I mean, it's like a tornado, does a ton of damage, pretty good. And then you have a movement ability, but the movement ability actually does damage. You're like a AC 130 dropping bombs, so you can literally just farm. You can farm NPCs by just dropping bombs, having them follow you. Look at this. It's kind of funny. Whoa! You can't catch me. You can't touch me. Overall, the smoke fruit's gonna get a B tier because it's pretty solid. Not a lot of abilities, but they all do a ton of damage, so not too bad. Pretty good. We have one fruit remaining in the common section, and that is the spike fruit. So I'm very excited to use this one. Another fruit I've never used before. Let's see what it does. All right, and just like that, we're already done with the mastery for the spike fruit, and a little disappointing because I thought there'd be more abilities, but here are all the abilities. You got spike summon, which summons a giant spike if you hold down the cooldown. You have whirlwind, which is very similar to the spin fruit. You just do a bunch of choppies near you. You've got a spiky ball, which you can turn into. You can mow down your enemies. I wish it was a little longer. It doesn't do too much damage. And then the final ability is Spike Barrage, which is basically spike summon, but you do 4 of them. And that's it. There's no movement ability. I mean, I guess technically spike ball is a movement ability, but it's really not very fast and it doesn't last very long. So a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna have to go in the C, maybe even D tier, because it's just kind of meh. Now, if I had to pick an S tier out of all the common fruits, if you had to start with any of them, I would pick the bomb fruit as our S tier for today. Spring fruit, I guess, is our A tier. A chop fruit, B tier, and then smoke fruit in B tier as well. I would say rocket fruit, C tier. Pretty surprising that the rocket fruit is C tier, and then the spike and spin fruit in our D tier, because yeah, they're kind of stinky. Let me know if you guys agree with my list, though. That is every common fruit in Blox Fruit maxed out, and that was a ton of fun because I've been wanting to use every single fruit in the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want me to do this again with the uncommon fruits, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new, and I'll see you in the next one.